This is it, the final paint stream, a Ministraviganza 7. Day 3's come and gone, and now we're gonna paint one more thing and sing one more song. Ministraviganza 7, the final paint stream is here. The last thing to do is the closing ceremonies, and that's with Chick and Simone. That's it.
Okay. I was waiting for stanza to
No.
rhyme with Ministraviganza.
Stanza, one more stanza. That's it. I mean, you know what's going to happen. We're painting up the Rebel Sleeper Cell. This is the final paint stream. And then we got the closing ceremonies right after this. So we're at the end. And so hopefully you had a great time this whole weekend. We absolutely had a great time. Give you the little insight, the little sneak peeks and little tidbits. Things coming up, things to look forward to the future. And just a little insight to the working of the machinations of the brains of the people behind the games. But we got the Rebel Sleeper Cell here. We did the Imperial Rat Control Squad earlier in the weekend. And this is kind of like the second half of that like sort of release. I'm super excited to paint these. We got 90 minutes. I'm here to have a good time. We're winding it down for one last stanza. Let's kick it to the main cam before I just keep singing. God. We got there's a bunch of cool miniatures in this set. And we're real zoomed in.
I was prepared for the other one.
We're going to switch.
Okay,
We're going to switch. No, watch this. We have all these really cool miniatures, but the really coolest miniature is this little Tuca with his little face. Look at that little sassy face. I feel like I'm going to meet this Tuca in a tree, and he's going to give me some riddles. I'm just going to paint this up because it's the end of the weekend. The question is, can I spend 90 minutes on a Tuca? I threatened Simone. I'm going to spend 90 minutes on a Tuca. I'm just going to be real honest with you. And Simone's like, that makes sense. Checks out. Everything's checking out.
Listen, Hurricane Girl is ready for it.
Hurricane Girl is ready for the nonsense that just happened.
She is grabby hands, gimme that Tuca.
You know the bad part is it the bad part or the good part? I was sitting here and I'm sure Ann saw you all didn't. The camera was off, and I was just kind of like stretching my legs and getting relaxed, and I did not have a single thought in my brain. Like zero. I was like literally I was like 1/2 a second from like just transcendent like thought, and you just said 3, 2, and I was like, oh no, I'm not actually ready.
Full system reboot.
Full system reboot. Here we go, and that song just came right out. So that was straight from the heart. Let's be real. I'm going to mix up some funky colors.
It had real Buddy the Elf energy, which I appreciated.
Oh. I mean, it definitely felt a little Broadway, I hope.
You know I don't hate that.
Let's go a little periwinkle. I think I've said the word periwinkle more times this weekend than I have in a long time, so we're going to go there. Loving the song here in Brazil. We should have it for Carnival. That'd be great. Let's do it. We're just going to make choices. We are just going to make some choices. And they don't got to be good choices. We're just going to paint. Paint from the heart. Paint with jazz. We're painting with jazz. We didn't start the show with that. Jazz. We started with show tunes, but we're going to paint with jazz. Does the loth cat, it's a tuca. This is not a loth cat. This is a tuca. They are distinctly different creatures. They are subspecies. Tucas are a subspecies of the loth cat. Loth cats are larger. Not to be pedantic. Not to be pedantic or obtuse. Neither things I ever want to be. The loth cat, the see, you not got me saying it. The tuca does not have rules. The tuca actually is a base element that just comes in the box. It's on. If you look at the miniatures that we've been previewing all weekend, the little tucas featured on the base of the unit's leader. I thought for painting purposes and just fun, I just decided to leave it off of the leader's base, just to sort of paint it up. So it doesn't have any rules. There's no reason for me to be painting it off the base of the leader. I just, just doing it.
There's a reason. It's joy.
The reason is joy. The pure and utter joy. Cool objective token proxy. There you go. See Hurricane Girl in for the win every single time. I agree. I think that the little Tuca would make a great objective token as well. We were actually talking about in an earlier stream about maybe doing like a little hobby blog about making 3D objective tokens for Legion as like a little hobby thing. Because the one thing the Legion refresh allows for is three-dimensional objectives. Something I'm super excited about. And when they started the refresh, Ben was in there just now talking about, they just did the 5-year development retrospect about like what they were all proud of and excited. And of course, Ben coming on and joining us for Legion has been great. And I remember telling Ben, and Pagani, I was just like, can we just make objectives something where we can have three-dimensional, because I love three-dimensional objectives. They make the game interesting. The question is, why is the Tuca an objective for like an entire army? Like they're like, catch that Tuca. Yeah, 3D objectives, they add a lot visually. Once again, you're going to hear me talk about it. I am of the firm, right? We make hobby miniature games, and I'm assuming you, as part of the community, you are interested and invested in hobby miniature games, so therefore, you know, you and I have a lot in common. And part of that is the hobby and the hobby part, right? So having things to paint, having stories to tell, those are important parts of a hobby miniature experience. So I'm assuming you want that as well. And that's why you're drawn to these games. It ate the Death Star plans. Yeah, I love that. Kitty stole a data stick. Gotta get it back. Love that. The Tuca's a Virgins in the Force. Oh, there we go. The Tuca has an amazing high M count. Those things are related, aren't they? A genetically enhanced super critter. I think all these are great ideas. So there you go. We're telling stories with our miniatures. Just as Peter Cushing intended. Speaking of leaves, did y'all see that Tarkin miniature and tag? And I can't be the only one excited for that, right? Tarkin tag. Our boy Thrawn.
The cheekbones on Thrawn are what excite me.
Yeah. Looking forward to this one. Hype for the new Rebels. Hype for the new Rebels. Tarkin Tat Throng and the fourth one. Tarkin tag. Why can't I remember?
One moment, I can confirm.
No, I know it is because it's late in the day. Krennic. Oh, Captain Ginger got up there too.
That's Director Orson Krennic.
Director Orson. But the Tarkin miniature. And tag. They have that on your bingo card.
So Dallas, you've done a bunch of fur texture before, but for anybody who, I guess, it hasn't had this experience before with you, how do you think about blocking out color and then layering on top to create the texture?
So right now I'm just sort of blocking in where I want the different colors. It doesn't really matter too much. And then once we start getting into like the actual, like once we get like everything, all the colors blocked where we want it, we'll start texturing, which is through highlights and shadows. This is sort of our local color. And we'll use like a little fine tip on the brush and just do little scritches just to sort of simulate that fur texture. You're going to see it come together. I'm just sort of getting an idea where I want the different colors. And then we'll start blocking it out, which I think is... Stippling works great as well. Absolutely true. You can totally stipple. Great 90s product. Totally stipples. And put a couple of dark areas to kind of divide those lines up. This will just give it some contrast. Malachite was super fun to practice fur on. Paint mine like a liger. Awesome. Yeah, we did that one on stream. So if you missed it, you should check that one out. A lot of good tips there.
Not too long ago, we did a series of critters in one video, and that one's on the YouTube for sure.
And this doesn't have to be perfect by any means. This is for us. This is not for a competition. No one's going to win a prize. Did you see the Cassian Andor for Legion?
Are you thinking about the Shatterpoint roadmap?
Oh yeah, that was SharePoint. And Jyn Erso. I just saw Andor.
No, I get it.
It's all the same, right?
It's been a long 3 days this year.
I just saw Andor. I'm like, Andor? Yeah, we showed Andor. Cassian Andor. And Jyn Erso and Baze. Chirrut. Yeah, those are super auto buys, right? Everybody got super hyped for the Baze and Chirrut in the studio.
So when folks think about
sorry.
the Rebel sleeper cell, when you're like imagining what that might look like in the, sculpting process, what was the origin for this Lil Tuca?
Preston Stone. Just wanting things and me giving them to him. I can't remember exactly how it came about, but it was definitely like Preston did the piece of art, wanted like just a little Tuca, and then we were just like, we can just throw that in the set. It's just like a little thing. It doesn't matter. Something fun and ridiculous. We're in for it. Oh, Hope that wasn't loud. My tummy just gurgled. I was hoping the sleeper cell would be a core so I could spam them. They look gorgeous. I mean, you never know what a battle force would bring, right? And they're a very cool unit. And, you know, not everything's going to be core. Gotta zazz it up a little bit. So you can see now I'm kind of going back with that lighter shade of blue again. Just sort of building up some little squiggly lines over top of everything. Sort of blends it all together and makes it full fur coat. Just make sure you're moving in the directions. Yeah, I think everybody in the studio, once again, was super excited about those. The sleeper cell and that Imperial ride control. Like just bringing those to the table. Super fun, very characterful, fun miniatures. He needs cranky face. Look at that cranky face. We need some bright titanium white. We showed a lot of cool things off for Legion. Sleeper Cell, the Ride Control Squad. Man, the art for that Grievous on Wheelbike and Luke and Han on Tauntaun, the Hauntaun. Oh, and the awesome train I painted earlier. Oh, thanks for reminding me. I was super excited about that train. I think it's going to provide some interesting opportunities for folks. Be it for Legion or Shatterpoint. I need a darker color actually here. I just want that darker line dividing the purples from the blues. Yeah, that's it. There we go. Just making fun and having no decisions in my head. There we go. This gives me a little bit better defining line between the purple and the blue. What about smaller tan packs that have bits for bases? I mean, I would say all terrain packs have bits for bases, but they're not ready to go. But they definitely, I love taking bits from terrain packs and just making base bits. Now I can go back to that periwinkle. Cork and broken glass are OP basing bits. Legionnaires, what up? I swore I was going to replace this brush, and I sure did not. just using the tip. Draw those little lines. We forgot to do the dark line around the tail rings. Silly, silly me. Tips for this whole 90 minutes. The whole 90 minutes is tips for painting fur.
He said he'd do it, folks.
I said I would do it. I told you I'd do it.
It is pretty wild how all those little scritches start to create this depth.
Yeah, it's just building them up, building them up, building them up. Slowly but surely, slowly but surely. Building up these little tiny scritches, keeping your brush nice and clean. And we're trying to do like a little pattern up here.
Whatever you did just made him get like 15% grumpier.
Yeah. That's the goal. I needed him to be grumpy.
Yeah, no, he was just like a wide-eyed boy. And now he's now Tuca judges you.
You judge Tuca. Tuca judges you. Brush control and a lot of short stripes. That's it, Faust. Omega, keep checking it out. We're just going to keep working on this. And I figured out where I was going wrong. So I got that dark line on the purple. So I'm going to put light blue next to the dark. I like a black base coat and overbrush followed by a dry brush, but lately I've been delving into speedier paints over white primer. Yeah. That's a good way to go about it, Hurricane. We do a lot of speedy techniques here. There's lots of different names for it, but effectively it's all grisaille, where you do the black and white undercoat, and then you do thin layers of paint. We do a lot of that here on the stream for speed, and then sometimes I get crazy and I go a little bit old school. But yeah, effectively it's just that's just grisaille, and we really like that technique here as well. Good technique. Doc Velo, yeah, I'm aware what a 3-pip is. Command card. I know what I'm talking about. But as the why, you'd have to watch or ask that. I do not have that answer. I'm not Dev. I only go to dev meetings because so I can go, guys, I want to make 3D objective tokens. Can that be in the game, please?
I feel like this Tuca has Crystal Fox energy.
Real Crystal Fox energy, right? And now with more spots. I love fake eyes on things like tigers. Lang and Blendy, oldie but goodie. Yeah. True, true. True words have never been spoken. We want to... That might be too... I think it's too light. Let's get some... Paint those eyes black first. Tuca knows about stuff. Wise Tuca say, still feel like this Tuca's got riddles to ask you. You know what I mean?
He definitely knows more than any of us. Like, that is clear.
Super evident, right?
It's super evident.
Like, this Tuca has the hows and whys of the universe. I missed the beginning. It's Star Wars Legion. Yeah, this little Tuca is just in the pack for the Rebel Sleeper Cell. We can paint the Rebel Sleeper Cell. That's fine, but I thought the Tuca would be fun since it's the final paint stream of Ministraviganza. I missed the outer rim one. The outer rim? Oh, the terrain? Yeah, we did the outer rim terrain earlier in the day. But don't worry. If you miss any of our streams from the week, they will be up on Twitch later.
I believe Outer Rim is already up on YouTube.
Oh, already up on YouTube. There you go.
I'm checking now because I can get you a link.
Sort of miffed the eye up, but that's okay. That was too bright. More content to catch up on at work. I won't tell. I promise. There you go. Look at that Tuca. How do we feel about him?
I love him. I
No.
like his little glowy eyes.
Yeah, you know, I like to make those little eyes pop, right? I think he needs like little black feet, little black paws.
It also cannot be understated that he's just so adorable and small because I am zoomed in to the legal allowable limit. It's pretty great.
He's pretty tiny.
He's so great.
And how much longer do we got? What do we start? 4?
Our closing ceremonies
Is that?
is at 5:30.
So we got 30-ish minutes?
Yeah.
Yeah, the little Tuca is normally on the base of the leader. I went in and just based him on his own just for painting. Oh, I got him. Ish. Little Tuca is normally on the base of the leader. You can see how big that little Tuca is. But I based it on its own for painting reasons. And then maybe, you know, just for myself, like a objective token or something. And just because. But we painted Tuca, we got 30 minutes. Let's paint that droid. Let's paint that droid. Let's go.
This is real move that bus energy.
Yeah. We could paint the sleeper cell, but I got a droid and a Tuca.
I get it.
I got a droid and a Tuca. I got a droid and a Tuca. What you gonna do about it? Droid and a Tuca. It's not a puka. Pukas. You know what pukas are.
Do I?
Yeah, pukas are mystical fairies that are tricksters. Yeah, that's puka. P-O-O-K-A. Puka. My favorite puka was named Harvey. What color should we paint this droid? I'm thinking.
You want to go warm since we went so cool?
Yeah, I'm thinking do it like Chopper-esque. Because everybody loves Choppa. Thursday at 7 p.m. Everybody loves Chopper.
Live on the HoloNet.
Stay tuned for a very special episode of Everyone Loves Chopper. Let's go with Dark Ivory. Can you throw chat back up?
Oh, yeah.
Thanks, you. Didn't notice before that was a 4x4 astromech. Droid 2 Tukas and a microphone. Yeah, so the astromech has options. You can have normal astromech body or these sweet treads. And of course I had to go sweet treads. There was no way I wasn't going sweet treads. I'll be real honest. If I'm going to Adepticon and I see sleeper cells and people don't have treads, I'm going to be blown away. alternate heads for the sleeper cell. There are several. I cannot remember how many, but there are heads in the sleeper cell, I believe. And if I also remember correctly, the Rebel veterans heads or the sleeper cell heads with a little hobby will totally work on the Rebel veterans. Oh. Alex, if you're in here, you can confirm that. There's always time for more announcements. You think just because we announced everything we're working on, you never know what we're working on. We're working on years of stuff. Years. Commandos. Commandos, veterans, troopers, words. Gotta let that paint dry. Oh, I'm just gonna drive you crazy with this, aren't I?
You're good. I can just zoom out a teeny bit.
What are words anyway? Words are all made up. Like, let's be real. Words are all made up. We just gotta let that droid dry a little bit. Look at that palette, huh? Yeah. No, I was just reading a comment. I think you had palette on there for a minute. I was just reading the comment that they were. Yeah, the palette gets messy. Definitely over Ministrav weekend, right? She's doing work. What are words anyway? But just a way for us to say how much we love you. Yeah, we're going to adjust the camera a couple times as we switch back and forth between something quite small and something normal sized. Yeah, after a long paint session, that palette can get pretty crazy. How's everyone at AMG doing this fine evening? We're doing great. How are you doing, Splintered Brush? Nice to see you. Nice to see you. We're just wrapping up the final paint stream in Ministraviganza number 7. Getting ready for number 8. Who's ready for number 8? I'm ready. What?
I said easy.
Yeah, I'm ready.
You ready?
Yeah, let's do number 8.
You want to go next weekend?
Let's do it.
All right. We'll have to get a couple more people to weigh in.
I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think that's going to happen. Simone is upstairs like, shut off his mic right now. Yeah, we were just finishing up the final paint stream. Everyone else is upstairs chilling. We got the closing ceremonies in like 30 minutes. And then we're all going to go out to eat. And I know where we're going. And I'm excited. Am I getting that peanut butter? You better believe I'm getting that peanut butter cookie sandwich. I'll have to order it, but yes. I mean, at this point, there's just no way I can't get that peanut butter cookie sandwich. Glad to hear everyone's doing great. Really enjoying all the MCP stuff. Awesome. We're all super stoked to be sharing all this stuff with everybody. You know, we got so many people working here. You know, you see me, Shik. Summer and Tony, right? We do Ministrav. You could see Josh and Marco and Ben and Dursum and Pagani and everybody. But there's so many people working here. In the graphic design, marketing, engineering, sculpting, all these departments. And they all, I was just saying this earlier, I'm going to say it again because it's in the Ministraviganza, and I'm going to get sappy, you know? And what are you going to do about it? They all work so hard, and they all just have so much dedication and passion for what we do and what we make. And we love being able to bring this to you and share what we've been working on for sometimes years, right? You know, some of the things that you saw for the first time here at Ministraviganza are things that we've been working on for maybe 2 or 3 years. And we've been waiting this whole time to share them with you. So it gets real exciting and real emotional when we get to finally bring that vision and that creativity and all that passion to the front and let you see what we've been working on. And then when you, the community, get excited, we get excited right back. And we take that right back into the next project that we're working on that you're going to see in 2 or 3 years. So, you know, I'm just going to say thank you from everybody that you were hanging out with us this week and, you know, being part of it. And now I'm done being sappy. What are you going to do about it? My next project is a display board for Dracula Castle and Midnight Suns. I've never done a display piece anyways. I think it depends on what your vision is after you get that castle in your hands there, Greg. You know, I definitely recommend if you're doing your first display board, look at what's been done before and get inspiration. And do not go, maybe pull back a little bit for your first time so you can kind of get your feet back, right? Feet wet. Don't just jump in and be like, I want to do this thing and it's 8 foot tall, right? Like, look at ideas and get ideas and maybe do something a little bit smaller for your first go. That's my recommendation. I can't believe I recommended that because usually I'm like, go all the way. It doesn't matter. You can do it. But I do recommend like sometimes pulling back on doing something a little more nuanced to start. Maybe. Yeah, hot foam cutters. Super useful. Trust me, that display board is huge, or that castle is huge. That castle is gigantic. Pretty sure we can use. That seems like a pretty good. Oh yeah, definitely use a hot foam cutter in a well ventilated area. Follow the instructions, goes without saying. Anytime I recommend something, there's an underlying follow the manufacturer's instructions, please. Oh, you can totally play on the castle. Even non-interactive like the Quinjet, they have a purpose in the game. Where am I getting those little chunks from? I do not want those little chunks. Oh, light gray wash on this droid boy. Is it throwable? I don't remember exactly what the underside says. But look, if it's not a tournament, like you and your opponent can agree to do whatever you want. Contrary to popular belief, Pagani, Will, and I have no time to travel around and make sure you're playing the game. Like a tournament. She brought me a brand new brush, and I think I've already misplaced it. Never once would I say you're doing it wrong. Have you seen me play? I'm a monster. Somebody at Adepticon asked me a rules question. I was like, you're asking me? Bold of you. I did overlap train on stream. That's a fact. I did that. I will not apologize. Josh and I were having a good time. And Josh and I did have a good time. It was great. Oh, a giant Castlevania style board for Midnight Suns monsters? Yeah, I mean, so I think the secret there would be you need something, you want to maybe figure out a way to countersink the castle into some foam. So it's just slightly like inset and it's not lifted. Or no, you could do it like this. You need stuff I think you'd want stuff to spill out and create and remove that circularness. So you want to sculpt some more tiles, like breaking away real interestingly away from it. And then yeah, if you can get it up on a hill on foam, practice carving foam, practice getting foam pieces together, use wood filler, more sidewalls, more rocks, like all that kind of stuff. Like you want to add more to it that ties the story together. You need some repeating elements that resemble the castle, breaking away down to the rest of your board, I think. And that'll be really successful. Greg. Gotta let that dry. Yeah, I hope you do that, Greg. I think it'll be really, really cool to see. eyes. The eyes have it. Where's that new brush? Killing me. Killing me. Oh, I hear him coming down the hall.
We have 10 minutes until closing ceremonies.
Closing ceremonies. Closing ceremonies.
To be honest, I do not know how you do this on the gimbal because I look like a gremlin when I'm like trying to get them in the right position to do this.
Yeah, it's tough on the gimbal.
Yeah, you are challenge moding right now for sure.
It's not easy on the gimbal for sure. Let's see what we can do here. I have an idea. I want to do something wild. I want to do something crazy. This is not the right type of unit. Gotta double check my reference. All the little shapes. Oh my gosh. That's what I thought. How's that for challenge mode, eh?
Most impressive.
Oh, I need to clean it up a little bit, but you get what I'm doing. She's dedicated to the rebellion. And she's proud. She knows. Oh, that was fun. Little tiny Rebel Alliance symbol. Tattoo. I think that's a good way to end it. What do you think?
I'm all for it.
I think that's a good spot to end. We painted a Tuca. We started our droid with the tank treads. And we got a face painted with a little Rebel Alliance symbol tattooed on the face. So, in a few short minutes, we're going to kick it over to the other studio they're setting up right now. So in 5 minutes, we're going to get the closing ceremonies. I'm going to take this opportunity to say thank you from everybody as well for joining us at Ministraviganza number 7. We'll see you next year, and go be heroes. Bye, everybody.